My next guest rules the airwaves in the morning on New Jersey's 101.5. He's also the founder of something that I think is great. It's called the Common Sense Club, trying to save his blue state from left-wing lunacy. Please welcome talk show radio host Bill Spadea. Bill, great having you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
It's great having you.
A little bit, kind of a tough act to follow, I'm just going to say. I'm in the green room, and now I'm from Jersey. So I realize I'm down south now. Things are different. But I walk in, and I'm standing next to a woman who is armed.
Yes.
Like, what is going on here? But I love it. That was amazing.
We're not going to make you put a balloon on your head.
Okay, is that all right?
Because you live in New Jersey already. I mean, you're already living dangerously.
Fair point.
So you talked about a poll that just came out recently that showed that half of the people in New Jersey would get out if they could and are making plans to get out. I mean, that's a stunning number. What's going on?
It's even worse than that for the past 5 years, we have the highest out-migration of any state in the country. 7 out of 10 moves are out of the state instead of in the state.
Wow.
It's awful. Taxes are too high, but everybody knows that. And, you know, and the reality is that when that becomes the only debate, the opposition candidates lose. And that's why the Democrats have had such a stranglehold for almost 30 years now. The real issue is that people are worried about their safety. We've got an illegal immigration problem in New Jersey that is, you know, and I've said this many times on the air. My wife, Jody, and I went down to the border, and you can't unsee what is happening at our southern border. But the reality is every state is a border state. So people don't feel safe in their communities. We've got bail reform. 82% of the perps that are picked up in New Jersey are let out the same day.
82%?
82%. It's outrageous. We have a governor that won't enforce federal detainer orders. So you'll get an illegal alien accused of a horrific crime, spun right out, won't hold him.
And recently, he has been insisting that if a child, an underage child, wants to have gender transition, that the school nor the doctors have to even tell the parents?
They literally, directive from the Attorney General, they are forbidden from telling the parents.
So if I'm a father...
Think about that for a minute.
I'm a father of a 12-year-old. And I'm not, but if I were, and my child is confused enough and says, you know, I want to change my gender, that can happen without my knowing it.
Exactly. And it happens. It is happening. You have grade school kids who woke up in the morning, Johnny, decided at the end of the school day they were Jenny. School can't tell the parents. Now, here's the good news. With the Common Sense Club, we now have 150,000 members across the state, fastest growing, largest grassroots organization in New Jersey, and we are focused on school board races. So in the past 2 years, we've helped more than 400 candidates get elected and flip seats locally.
That is great.
It's local, right? And I've said this, you know, a lot of people think that it's about that knight in shining armor coming in, saving the day. Who's the hero? A lot of people hoping that the 45th president becomes the 47th president. I am one of them. Right? I want to see that, right? Of course. We want to see that. But we have to remember that what is important is what happens locally. Regardless of who's in the White House or who's in the governor's office, your school board, your community, your mayor, your council, that's what matters. That's how we have started to take New Jersey back. It's one school district, one town at a time.
Why does New Jersey continue to vote for the left when they're getting just pummeled by these policies, whether it's the crime policies, the tax policies? Half the state want to, they want to get the heck out of there. Why do they keep voting for the same people?
It's a great question. And here is the specific answer is they don't want to necessarily vote for the bad guys. What's happening is they're not voting. I'll just give you a quick story. So 2021, there were 2 races for governor in the country. One in Virginia, one in New Jersey. In Virginia, Glenn Youngkin beats the Democrats, becomes the new Republican governor. In Jersey, Phil Murphy locked us down. 10,000 seniors died during COVID. I mean, just a complete disaster. He wins re-election. Why? In Virginia, 6 in 10 voters turned out to vote. In New Jersey, 6 in 10 stayed home. That's the problem. And the reason? Because the Republican nominee was too weak and cowardly to take on the real issues. Wouldn't talk about immigration, sided with the Democrats. Said, oh, sure, we got to give licenses to illegals. Decided to attack Donald Trump 3 weeks before the election. Now, I don't know how you do that as a Republican candidate for governor. So what happened is most people said, you know what? I'm going to move. I'm not going to vote. My mission is to say, guys, you're here for whether it's the short term, the long term. I get calls on the radio live every single day. Most people say, look, Bill, I've got an exit plan. I'm getting out. I'm like, okay, well, when are you leaving?
Yeah.
Well, when the kids graduate high school or college, or I'm like, okay, 5 years, 6 years, you're still living under this wretched government.
Yeah.
Help me do something about it. And we're starting to see an increase in Republican registrations. We're starting to see an increase in independent voters turn to Republican. It's changing. It's changing.
So grateful to have you here. If you want to understand, Bill Spadea is one of the most influential talk show hosts in America, and he's sticking right there in New Jersey, where it's not easy. But think about this. He's already got 150,000 people joining the Common Sense Club. I mean, that's phenomenal in itself. If you'd like to learn more about where Bill is going to be appearing and get some information on the Common Sense Club, which I wish we had them all over the country, go to huckabee.tv. We will connect you. I don't know how busy you are, but since you're clearly slacking off watching YouTube videos, you probably got the time to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and the like button. That way you get updates on new videos.